Welcome back to Movie Moshow. Today we are going to review the horror film, Mara. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe. We post multiple times daily. Spoilers ahead. The movie begins with Sophie Winsfield being woken up by her mother Helena, who is yelling and purportedly just finished killing her husband. Detective McCarthy consults criminal psychologist Kate Fuller, Olga Kurilenko, to evaluate Helena and determine whether to put her to a mental facility. When Helena and Sophie were questioned, they both insisted that Mara, the sleep demon, killed Mr. Winsfield. Kate gives her consent to commit Helena. In her apartment, Kate sees a figure walking while she is experiencing sleep paralysis. She visits Takahashi the following day to chat with him. She instead discovers his decomposing body, which was killed in a similar way to how Mr. Winsfield was killed. McCarthy rejects the Mara myth. When Kate visits Helena in the mental hospital, Helena explains how she and her husband met Dougie through a support group for people with sleep paralysis. Helena begs Kate to let her see her daughter again and claims Mara will kill her. To support this claim, she displays a red mark in her left eye, explaining that Mara marks her victims. Kate makes the decision to go to the Dr. Ellis-led sleep paralysis support group, where she meets Dougie, who swears that Mara is real and would kill Saul. Saul's eyes are entirely red when he takes off his sunglasses. Later that evening, Saul burns himself to death. Around the same time, Kate recovers from sleep paralysis and sees the same apparition again. McCarthy brings in Dougie because he thinks he killed Saul. They release him as there is no proof. Helena was discovered dead with her eyes fully crimson when Kate went to have her discharged from the facility. Later, when she regains consciousness while still in a paralyzed state, Mara confronts her. As soon as she can move again, she notices a crimson mark in her left eye. The following day, she watches the film of Helena's death. A shadowy figure is seen strangling Helena while she is on top of her. Dougie, whose left eye is turned entirely crimson, is seen by Kate. He gives a history of Mara, her reported deaths, and the fact that her cycle starts after a tragedy. She manifests in 4 stages. 1. You see her while paralyzed. 2. She marks you. 3. Physical touch. 4. You see her when awake. If you go to sleep, you'll perish. Because Dougie knows that Mara only shows up when someone is sleeping deeply, he sets alarms and plays loud music as he sleeps. Kate visits Dr. Ellis, who doesn't believe in Mara, and explains that depending on a person's culture, sleep paralysis demons can manifest. Later on in the evening, Dougie's generator fails, turning off his alarms. At the same time, Kate enters the 3rd stage, and Mara puts her arms around Kate's neck. Dougie calls Kate the following day. He is at stage 4. He tries to cut off his eyelids because he's afraid to go to sleep before Kate steps in and takes him to Dr. Ellis. He is kept under observation in a special room, and they give him an anesthetic to put him to sleep. He admits that during the war, he killed innocent bystanders inadvertently. That evening, Mara murders Dougie. Before Dr. Ellis frees Kate from the paralysis, she also causes Kate's left eye to turn totally red. McCarthy and Kate learn that Sophie is also afflicted with Mara and is already in stage 4 after the cops have arrived. Returning to Dougie's cabin, Kate creates a graph of all the victims in an effort to connect the dots connecting them in an effort to stop Mara. She starts to piece the events together after discovering Dougie's war memorabilia, Dougie's killing innocent civilians in the war, Saul's murdering his mother, Mr. Winsfeld's infidelity, Helena blaming herself for their divorce, Kate blaming herself for Helena's death. McCarthy discloses that Takahashi worked as a chef at a primary school and was responsible for the deaths of 38 children who ate tainted seafood. Sophie holds herself accountable for Helena's detention. Kate sees the connection. Mara preys on those consumed by guilt over their actions. To save Sophie, Kate makes an effort to go to the hospital. She enters the 4th stage, both eyes fully red, after dozing off and starts to see Mara while awake. She discovers Sophie at the hospital in a state of sleep paralysis and makes an effort to wake her up while trying to prevent Mara from killing her. The moment Mara abruptly vanishes, Sophie's eyes stop being red. Sophie says she never held Kate accountable for her mother. Kate nods off after being told she's safe. When Helena confronts Kate about her death when she awakens, Kate still feels guilty. In the final moments of the film, Mara lunges at Kate as she emerges from sleep paralysis. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.